Hello everybody, hello, welcome, 欢迎. Welcome Raymond, welcome Alan. Can you guys hear me? Is the music all good? Am I sounding all fine? And of course, if you're watching this later, if you're watching Jesus Christ, yeah, if you're watching this later on from the VOD or recording, just know everything I talked about will be time-stamped in the comments and in the description. So welcome. Alright. Let me see. Let me make sure everything is all good, and then I can start doing the guide. So today we'll be going over Zhen Xuan Wu, the whole build guide and review, as well as Edith and Khaz Pilot Awaken. So let's see. Alright. Yeah, and sorry I'm not showing myself yet. I'm just let me just do something real quick. Yeah. But welcome. Again, tell me if the music is fine, tell me if my voice is fine. I'll fix it before the stream starts. So let me also watch it looks fine actually. Wow. Alright. But yeah, welcome ZD, welcome. December, welcome. Is that Child Advent? Probably, yeah. And also let me also tag people as well real quick. So there you go. Alright, awesome. So hold on, okay, I need to sorry, but yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long for my iPhone to start, even though it's not supposed to, I think. Come on. iPhone, go. Let me see. Why is it not opening up? Let me try something real quick. Yeah, again, everything I talk about will be time-stamped in comments and description after the live stream. It'll probably take about 20 minutes, so alright, let me make sure all is fine, all is good. And also let me turn my focus off. Yeah, where is it? Hello! Okay, hold on, where's my hold on. There you go, welcome. Alright, so finally you're taking your time. Have a sweet time, snow break. Yeah, my bad, recently it's a bit busy, so alright, so let's start from the news that is happening in Iron Saga lately. So there isn't that much new recently, except for pretty much just the new Diao-chan Mecha. Other than that, most news I already talked about in the last live stream, so we can just go straight into the guide today if we have enough people. Let me check if there's anything in the Discord that I should be talking about. I don't think so though, so yeah, alright. Actually, hold on, let me see if there's anything for Ian, right? Ian, because I haven't been... Yeah, Ian, nothing much except for Zhen Xuan coming out, and of course Edith and Khaz, which I'll be talking about today, so... Alright, well, let's start... Oh, actually, hold on, home people are here at the moment, let me see. There is 6 people. Alright. Well, let me see. I'm gonna close Discord real quick, and I'll just go to Jin Shang Wu. Hold on, let me just drink some water real quick. Alright, so Zhen Xuan Wu is definitely one. Actually, hold on, before I show you guys what to do, but before I show you guys about this mecha, right? I need you guys to help me for a little bit, because I'm being bombarded by dislikes for some reason in the game. So if anyone could help me, because the thing is, my account might be deleted if the dislike is like, I guess, like if the dislike go over likes for a certain amount. So it might be deleted, and of course there's someone who's saying idiot YuYuBunny. So I know it's just one person, because it goes by 5 or one person with a lot of ults. So if anyone can help me like my comments and As yeah, if anyone can help me let me comments, it'll be really helpful because this guy with the ult, he's not stopping. So yeah, but that's just something I want to say before anything else. Alright, so let's start with Zhen Xuan Wu. So Zhen Xuan Wu, I definitely love Zhen Xuan Wu a lot because one of the reasons because it's not like it's not cheap, because in order to be good at, or in order for it to do good, you will want to have 8-star, but it is definitely usable, starting from 6-star or even sometimes even at 5-star. So that's one of the reasons I like it. And of course, I like just the fact that it have like if a force grab pretty much every 3 seconds, every 3 seconds of the match, similar to how Zhen Xuan was before, in his pre-Zen state. So, and of course, everything it has is also quite straightforward, unlike some of the more recent mecha nowadays that we have. So, alright, well, let's start with its chassis. So its chassis, let me see. Yeah, its chassis is very simple. 4 spirit beasts, dark and plus dark soul of ice. In 2 seconds after performing a mech action, taunts the target and inflict final damage. Dealt minus 36% upon the opponent. Now, this skill, how do you say? It's good, kind of, but it's also not. I guess not. It could have been better, basically. So, basically, this skill, whenever you use action that it says, it will taunt the target, and the target will only be targeting, Zhen Xuan Wu, right? This can be good the taunt is good, however, again, Zhen Xuan Wu doesn't really have that much other things that can protect itself from. So if it taunts like 2 enemies on him at once, it might be, it might make Zhen Xuan Wu it might make Zhen Xuan Wu more fragile in 4v4. Is actually the reason why I say it is more fragile in 4v4, because again, it doesn't really have much to it doesn't really have much to protect himself in like a multiple people battle setting, and the taunt enemy wouldn't really matters in a 1v1 setting anyway, because that's your only target. So in my opinion, this skill is kind of just and a lot of people also said that, like Kiwi have said before, and also welcome Kiwi have said before that it can be a detrimental to Zhen Xuan Wu in a team fight setting. So it obviously matters less in 2v2, and sometimes it might be better in 2v2, but that's only for that certain mode. So, and of course, it also inflicted final damage minus by 36%. This sounds good, however, you have to realize that when Zhen Xuan will use a mecha action, if he's not using any of those, the defense one, the evasive one, if he's not using one of those, and he's using he's using any of the combos, most of the time Zhen Xuan Wu's combo grabs the enemies, as Zhen Xuan Wu should do. So there shouldn't be like a chance where the damage, like the enemy can deal you damage on you during action. So this skill also doesn't really matter, because when you inflict the final damage down upon the enemy, they can't move, or they'll be getting hit. Therefore, this chassis is also kind of but yeah, so its entirety of the first chassis is kind of just, it could have been better, basically. Yeah, it could have been better. The taunt enemy is good, however, again, it can also be a detriment. It can also be a detriment if it taunts like 3 enemies in a row. So, alright. Yeah, so that is Zhen Xuan Wu, or that's Zhen Xuan Wu for his chassis. Let's go on to his second chassis. So the second chassis, upon ice damage melee attack hit enemy, deal extra damage by releasing dark ice. Now, this skill is pretty good because pretty much a lot of its attack does have ice attribute within it. And it can really increase the damage output of Zhen Xuan Wu if you do increase, or if you do retrove this skill. And most of its damage is also a grab, so it's pretty guaranteed to hit all the damage in. So this is the reason why you might also want to have the you might also want to have this unit at what's it called at A star, so you can have pretty much everything. So you can do the so you can do the max damage onto the enemy, because although it doesn't do a lot per hit, but Zhen Xuan does a lot of Zhen Xuan does a lot of ice attribute, and those adds up and make you do a lot more damage. And because it is another hit, it can also be pretty good in in a meta that is the firm zero meta nowadays, because you do get an extra hit. You do get an extra hit in, and combined with some other skills such as Ice Blade by Snow, it can also give you more of the hits, or proc more of the hits. There's no cooldown, there's no chance, so you can just, as long as you can get more hits, as long as you can get more ice hits in, you should be fine. So pretty good. Pretty good second chances. However, I think it could have been better as well, or it could. I feel like it should have been something more defensive, or maybe the first chances should have been something like that. But the second chance does give it the much needed damage that it that you want it to have. So alright, so now on to its weapon. Its weapon pretty straightforward as well. Two frozen fist melee, that's pretty good. So you can use super fist, or you can use claws on it. I prefer claws pretty much 100% of the time. So pretty good that it has 5-star fist melee. And of course the shotgun missile. The shotgun missile is the one that you will get before before the second weapon upgrade. That's pretty good. It's just kind of the better version of the mines that Zhen Xuan used to have. So. And of course, it's also good that it now has attribute damage, so it can potentially inflict slow onto the enemy too. Or and it can also trigger some other skill that might require ice attribute, or that might require ice damage to work. So. Alright, so now for the Breath of the Ice. Now this one is a bit more, this one is so this weapon doesn't seem necessary. However, during one of his, it's that little that ice circle thing, or not this one, but like the ice blow thing that it does. Yeah, that one. The thing about this one is, because during its final action, it will use that during its final action. So in order for you to do the maximum damage, it is preferably to use, that it is preferable to also increase, or to also unlock the weapon as well, so you can do more damage onto the enemy, because it's because in this XO, right, you almost guarantee, or if you do get a grab, you almost guarantee to be doing that lot of damage to the enemy. So why not do more enemies during it, and also inflict some more AOE and ice attribute damage. It'll be good against firm steel. It's good to apply status effect. So it's a really good weapon to have. But the thing is, it's not necessary by all means. You can live without it, but it's much better. It's much better to have it instead of not have it. So. Yeah, as you can see, when it is using its actions, it will use that that it will be using that weapon as well. And of course, that weapon itself, even when it uses by itself and not in action, because the activation, I guess, animation is so little, it wouldn't be a detriment to it chaining its iframe or chaining its action as well. So. Alright, so now onto its unique abilities. So its unique abilities are pretty insane, because almost all of them are some sort of grab with the only non-force grab being, I think, the counter grab. The only actually, hold on, either the counter grab or the let me double check real quick. Hold on. Nafion. So. Hold on. So it's non-fork. The only grab, or the only non-force the only non-force guard I actually have should be the Dark Abyss binding. So but even then, it can pretty much force grab you every 3 seconds, and force grabbing people are pretty important in this game because because there's so much iframe nowadays, so you do want to catch them first before you do the damage. And a lot of iframes would not be immune to grabs, so a lot of times, so Zhen Xuan Wu can be a pretty awesome PvP unit, especially for DPS into this meta. It's martial art, martial art is just normal attack. It's counter grab, I believe that is also force grab, if I'm not mistaken. And its evade and defense can be pretty good at touching an enemy and also inflicting the final damage minus onto the enemy. And of course, and on one of the X ult, for example, it's Monk of the Netherlands. Although this is not a grab, but it time stops, so it might as well. I mean, of course, it is not a grab, but it is also, I guess, a force hit. Sort of. I mean, there are times where it'll whiff the attack, or there are times where you'll be damaging them, when they're not in a damageable state. But it's pretty much guarantee you to hit I mean, like, how do you say? It's pretty alright. It's guaranteed to CC the enemies, just like a grab that you would do. So it's not too much of a problem either. So. But yeah, overall, Zhen Xuan pretty good at what pretty much it is what Zhen Xuan Wu does before, but like a lot of times better. With the added benefit now that it is now it is also a really good ice attribute what's it called? Ice attribute PvP ice attribute PvP DPS and CC sort of, but it does kind of lacks. It's kind of like its greatest benefit is also its greatest weakness, where although it is good in like in a PvP setting against like in Zenith where there isn't a lot of people, because of the nature of the thing it does, like lack of other AoE that's not for the grab, and of course lack of just basic defense abilities. It is also not as good in PvP because if it get focus fired, then it is kind of screwed. So yeah, but I definitely love Zhen Xuan Wu because even without max stars, even at 5 stars, Zhen Xuan Wu can already be pretty strong with its with its time stop and with his just other actions and other abilities. But overall, overall, I think as a quote unquote free to play unit that can develop in the shop, it is definitely it's not top tier, but it's definitely great. Yeah, it's definitely pretty great. I couldn't think of something that can really beat it in 2v2 setting, or especially in a 1v1 setting, except for maybe someone using 100% frontal damage immunity. But aside from that, it should be a lot of even modern units in a 1v1 setting. So yeah. Alright, so that should be about it for Zhen Xuan Wu. Is there anything else I need to talk about? Of course, Zhen Xuan Wu can be developed by by using the default Shennu, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. If not, then I'm gonna move on to its builds. So, alright, so let me go on to its builds. If I miss anything, I'll be talking about it in the comments and in the description. So, alright, so Zhen Xuan Wu builds. How many people is here anyway? 11 people. Alright, awesome. So Zhen Xuan Wu's build. Here's what I might go for in Ian and actually in both NC as well in a 2v2 setting. So obviously Snow in my opinion should be the best pilot. Just overall for both defensive and for both defensive and offensive abilities, I think Snow is the best, because Snow, if you're using Snow's old skill, like the old 4th skill, that ice that ice blade thing could potentially trigger its second chassis. So this is the reason why I'll use Snow offensively. And of course Snow also got a revive, therefore making Snow also kind of works defensively as well. So, and of course Snow, I do think, although it is the best overall, in the actual 4v4 setting, you might want to use things like Edith or things like more defensive pilots, right? More defensive pilots because, again, Zhen Xuan Wu suffers from defensive ability despite it being a turtle, kind of. So if you're using Snow as a pilot, of course, you know, Zhen Xuan Wu isn't really too picky about pilots as long it mainly depending on, you know, where you are in the in a ranking. If you're in top tier, obviously top tier tanky units such as, you know, Snow and Edith would be better. But if you're in like not, you know, if you're not running for ace or you're not running for top 100, then, you know, Snow all the way. You can even use Mechas on it if you want to, if you're desperate. So basically like that. So, yeah. Alright, so with Snow, here are the build with pretty much any pilot awakens, this is the build that I will usually have for Zhen Xuan Wu. Obviously the core will be hydraulics, will be this one when this part came out in EN, but for now, because EN doesn't have this part yet, I will go for hydraulics. Again, you want, because Zhen Xuan Wu doesn't have as much oh god, hold on. I think the stream is going bad a little bit. Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, so because EN doesn't have this part yet, I'll go for hydraulics. Because again, Zhen Xuan Wu doesn't have as much defensive ability as some other mecha nowadays. So you might as well use hydraulics to make it chain more force grab as much as possible, so you can be constantly CCing and dealing damage to the enemies while also not being in a vulnerable position to the enemies. So hydraulics, I think hydraulics all the way. And then we have claw, because there are people who use this fist, and there are also people who uses you know, the hammer. But for me, I really think claw is all the way, because claws give it some sustainabilities, and of course claws also give it the range that it needs to grab the enemies. So it's just good overall. Yeah, it's really good overall. Using claw, I couldn't find any other parts that really can be better than claw on it, because claw give offensive abilities, and also offensive ability in terms of, you know, grab range, and that also gives CC abilities and also sustainabilities, which Zhen Xuan Wu pretty much needs all of them. So without sustainability, I don't think Zhen Xuan Wu can last for too long. So claw all the way. There shouldn't be much debate on that. For the support, I will usually go for Chassis Stabilizer, because, you know, you're the one doing damage, you shouldn't be knocked down all the time, so Chassis Stabilizer all the way. I even might not use Emergency Detach, because sometimes I might want it to take the damage, so it can be grabbing the enemy more. However, in today's meta, enemies doing huge damage to you, with Zhen Xuan Wu not doing as much damage, Emergency Detach might still be a good option for Zhen Xuan Wu as well. But just know, if you're using Emergency Detach, you will want to use, you know... Oh wait, hold on. My bad. Not this guy, so hold on. So if you're using Emergency Detach, you definitely want to... Or if you're using the board guy, you would definitely want to use Emergency Detach. If you're using the Emergency Detach, you would definitely want to use the board guy somewhere, or you want to use a pet, what's it called, GA29. So, alright, so but I'm gonna put on Emergency Detach for now, and not another thing. So let me take this out. Oh my god, I hope, Jesus Christ, I hope people don't think that is what I will build for, because they contradict with each other. So. Alright, so that's that. And now for the armor. So armor, obviously firm steel is what you want to go for into this meta most of the time. But depending on the meta, you can also go for what's it called? You can also go for tuning fork. And if you're going for tuning fork, you'll want to have firm steels. You will want to have firm steel skills somewhere, either either in the form of co-pilot skill or either in the form of the pet using GM09. So. And for the coatings, I go for hydraulics because recently there are increased amount of burst builds for both Zenith and for 4v4, so I use this to prevent it from just instantly dying. However, what's it called? Most of the time you'll probably want to go for tilted armor, and that should be better. So that should be the parts I will go for: hydraulics, claw, chassis stabilizer, firm steel, and tilted armor. Now, pet and co-pilot skill will highly depending on what you're using or what you're missing from your main build. If you're missing firm steel and using fork, then you'll want to have something here that does it. If you're using emergency detach, then you'll want to use things then you want to use stillness. So. And for the pet here, I'm using Pisces because Pisces can protect your Zhen Xuan Wu from, because Zhen Xuan Wu will be the one doing damage, because with all the grab it can pretty much guarantee it be doing any doing damage. So using Pisces can really help basically take some of the damage that you'll be taking in between actions, or some other or some of the time where you're not in the iframe. But if you don't have the Pisces, you can obviously go for things such as Mantis. If you don't have Mantis, you can obviously go for something that is like, heck, even Panda. But if you don't have either of them, I highly suggest using either GM01 or Stillness, because when you are using either of these pets, you can free up space in your main builds to a point where you can have, I guess, better skill. For example, if you are using GA29, then you can take out the co-pilot skill and you can use emergency detach to use some other co-pilot skill that may be better, that might be more beneficial, such as ones such as Lolo, or even Love, or something like that. I wouldn't put Love because Zhen Xuan isn't known for its survivability, but you know what I mean, right? So yeah, so that's that. And of course, if you're using GN09, then you want to put back stillness back on, and you can put down fork in your Zhen Xuan Wu. So this is probably what I will go for Zhen Xuan Wu, especially for Zenith and especially for just overall PvP. I wouldn't suggest using Zhen Xuan Wu in PvE because Zhen Xuan Wu doesn't really have anything in PvE. In fact, if you're using it in PvE, the grab might make the boss harder to be hit by your other DPS. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend using Zhen Xuan Wu in PvE. But for PvE, if you do want to use it, I will just build it as a pure tank. So because it can taunt the boss constantly, and the boss will only be attacking Zhen Xuan Wu. But again, if you find that the boss is being grabbed too much and your DPS couldn't be doing as much damage to it, actually yeah, no, because Zhen Xuan Wu have time stop, and the time stop doesn't go down, or the time also goes down when you are time stopping the enemy. So yeah, just don't use Zhen Xuan Wu in PvE. Is not that great. Or PvE against bosses. If you're using Zhen Xuan Wu against things like things like normal PvE that isn't bosses, like stage battles, challenge, like story challenges, then those, yeah, for sure you can use Zhen Xuan Wu. But against bosses where you want to do as much damage as possible, Zhen Xuan Wu might not be the best choice for you. So, but yeah, that should be the build about Zhen Xuan Wu. This is the build the build I'm showing right now should be the build that I would recommend the most. And TLDR, I don't think there's a better build than this, except for maybe you want to put on hydraulics. And if you have more money, then you can put on obviously Pisces, Mantis, and have your armor into firm steel. So, yeah. Alright, so that should be it for the builds. I'm gonna put the thing back on. So then put on hydraulics, then put on this one, and up and from 0 as well. So that should be the build for Zhen Xuan Wu. Alright, so now let's get into Edith and Khaz awaken. So, and again, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask me. I'll do my best to answer them before anything happens. So. Alright, so awakening people, welcome. Thank you all so much for coming. Alright, so let's start with let's see, Khaz or Edith. I'll probably start with Khaz first. So Khaz. Oh no, hold on. Khaz awaken. Khaz. Where's Khaz? I don't even have Khaz on this card. Here it is. Oh no. So Khaz awaken is a pretty. Finally Khaz awaken is here. It's one of the most anticipated awaken, I believe, in the official Discord. But yeah, I mean, in for good reason too, because Khaz awaken is not too bad at all. But in NC and JP is already kind of outdated, but it can still be useful on some mecha. So first skill, army of 1. Charge and dash into target, dealing major damage, receiving the bonus falling, final damage received minus 28%, and when no allies in your distant of the enemy, damage scale increase with level. Okay, so not a bad skill at all. Final damage received minus by 28%. It's pretty good in it's pretty good into this meta where firm steel is running rampant, because it can reduce the damage, I believe, after firm steel. So what's it called? Not bad of a first skill, but it is also nothing too special like the one in that the one Becca's has. So second skill, HP plus 20%, and for a period of time, or for a period of 2 minutes, gain 1 of 4 buff for the rest of the battle randomly for every 5 seconds. So now this skill also is kind of meh in my opinion, because it's kind of pure HP buff can be pretty good in the future. However, and of course for some mecha, however, it is also nothing too special, and is the one that I will skip for Khaz. But now, for his third skill, Fearless. Activate upon enemy casting active skill. Cleanse cell status condition constantly by 5% for 5 seconds, as well as a boost self attack by 50%. Performs the strongest melee action instantly. Up to 1 activation per, I think, 10 seconds. So now, this skill is pretty good because again, If Force uses your strongest move for the mecha. Now, this is the reason why Khaz is OP during Horace Valkyrie meta, and it's also not bad on Great Zeomar as well, because again, if Force uses the mecha's X ult or the final X ult, regardless of how how much cooldown or how often it doesn't like to use it, it will just use it. And usually when it does, it can do massive damage to the enemy, because most mecha nowadays have grab during it, or have some special effect during it. So this is a skill that really makes Khaz Khaz OP, because if Force uses its X ult, and it can pretty much depending on how long it lives, it can guarantee activate it 4 times, because there's 4 enemy on the stage in PvP, so you can use 4 times given if Khaz survives till that time, which it can survive for a long time because Khaz does have a revive. So, but yeah, this skill is definitely the first one you want to max. Pretty awesome skill. The reason why Khaz is so good, despite its first 2 skill being kind of mediocre. So yeah. Alright, and now for the last skill. That skill is also pretty OP because it's basically a revive. So upon receiving fatal damage, defies damage value and recovers 100% immediately. Boosts self attack by 75% for the rest of the battle, while self defense stat decreased by 33%. Now that's pretty OP because any sort of revive is OP. And this is also a skill you want to max compared to the first 2 skill that that is more I guess. I believe it calculates after firm skill. I had to check that. So hold on. Let me go into our Discord, right? Let me go into our Discord, and I'm gonna go to the ping. So final damage reduction. Yeah. So see, final damage reduction. I believe, yeah, it should calculate after firm skill. So it times the firm skill. So yeah, final damage reduction percent should be after. So actually, yeah. So I will skip skill 2 because the first one is pretty good into this meta because it will reduce final damage received. So I think at least though. I think according to the that chart. So. But yeah. Very OP for skill, it's revived, so definitely want to max that as well. So yeah, for Khaz, I will probably go for 3, 4, 1, 2, that order. Or just skip 2, yeah, just skip 2 in your point allocation, basically. So but yeah, Khaz used to be very OP back in Horizon meta because Horizon can one-shot people, using the X ult, and having the ability to do that will be pretty awesome with Khaz. So, and even better than Mecha's, where Mecha's you need to use his active skill in order to use it. So that's pretty good. And of course, how do you say? In today's meta, it will also be good on Great Zilmer because Great Zilmer has a really strong X ult. So when enemy uses active skill, your Juzio will just go in, do massive damage to the enemy, long and hard iframe, long and hard damage. So yeah, awesome for skill. Even today, I think Khaz is still pretty good. I mean, even the revive itself is already pretty good. So yeah. Alright, so that should be it for Khaz. And I think someone asked, pilot stack might like melee range is relevant to the pilot ability. Yes, it does. Range and melee can buff, your damage overall. So I think it's one of the strongest ability to increase, because I believe it increases your final damage or final defense. Or yeah, no, not final defense. I believe it does increase your final damage, in some sort of way, or it will increase damage that. It will increase damage that overall on some things that cannot be increased by. So yeah, range and melee is definitely stats is definitely something that you want to have. Alright, so now for Khaz build. So for Khaz build, this is something about what I will probably go for. So of course, Khaz, the best mecha that I can think of nowadays should be Great Zilmer, because Great Zilmer got a 30-second X ult. You definitely want to you definitely want to have Khaz force using it, right? Until until Divine Awaken or Divine Empress Awaken came out. So yeah, for the builds is just your usual Great Zilmer build. That there isn't too much different for that, but it just the mecha would be Great Zilmer. The mecha would be Great Zilmer. And of course, if you're still using Hraesvelgr, then maybe you can use Hraesvelgr as well. Let me see what other mecha nowadays that can use him on. I will say, hold on, let me see. Yeah, I will say hold on, let me see who have a very long X ult. Himiko should work. I mean, it's 18 seconds, so it's not that long. But Himiko's X ult is a force drive, so it can be pretty good. Zhen Xuan Wu is also fine, but again, I don't know if one revive is enough. And plus, there's snow, right? Isarfell should be fine, because I mean, Isarfell already have very fast action, so I don't know if it's really worth it on it. Fion can be one that'd be pretty good, but I do think there are some better ones for Fion. I do think, yeah. Firebatos also not. Again, yeah. Khaz is not too picky. Yeah, Khaz is not too picky about pilots, or Khaz is not too picky about mecha. So feel free to put him on any mecha that you really desire, as long as it is something that, but in order for it to get the best benefit, preferably put it on something that that uses or that will take a long time to use X ult, or something, or yeah, for the last ability, or someone who have a really strong abilities, or really strong final abilities, so you can take advantage of that. So, but so that should be Khaz. Let me see anything else. And for Khaz, co-pilot skill again depending on your builds, right? Co-pilot skill usually depend on your builds. But I just want to say that if your builds covers everything, I wouldn't suggest using revive. Like, I wouldn't suggest using rewind on Khaz, because Khaz already have a revive. So I do think that so just don't use so I wouldn't use rewind or any revive skill on Khaz, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, what's it called? I think that should be it about Khaz. Not too much to say about Khaz. So, is final damage received similar to final defense? That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. This game is very confusing, I believe. Okay, so because there are two different things, so I do think that they are pretty different. Yeah, I believe there are two different things, but it just they calculate differently, I guess. As you can see here, final damage reduction percent, right? Again, this game doesn't really give you much information regarding to these. So, I believe anything that reduces final damage calculates after firm steel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. Yeah, see, final damage reduction percentage. Any reduction or anything that reduces final damage should be after firm steel, and anything that gains final damage should be before firm steel. For some reason, don't ask me how, it kind of just happened this way. So, well, flat damage increase is after firm steel. For some reason, why, right? Why? What is the reason for that, right? I don't know. This game is confusing as heck. So, yeah. Alright, so Park Shin-yi, Edith, yeah, definitely. Alright, so now let's get into Edith. Edith, I think, is the most popular pilot awaken that has been talked about, or that has been just popular. Just been popular for what's called for EN. So I'm just gonna go into the Discord one because I think they give a better. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so Edith, Jesus Christ, what an essay. So, Edith, Knight of, active scout, Knight of Glory. Heals 10% HP and cleanse all allies status condition immediately, boosts all allies attack by 20% and increase their debuff resistance by 15% throughout the battle. Piloting, will receive an extra 100%, effect cannot be stacked. Now, what does this mean? Basically, it heals, and it gives all allies the boots that, gain 20% attack, and of course, 15% damage, debuff resistance. And for herself, she will gain 40% attack and 30%, debuff, debuff resistance. Now, why is it so, why is it 30%? We will get into it when we talk about its second skill. But for now, this skill is definitely, I think, really good because heals. Heals 10% is not that great, but debuff resistant into this meta can be pretty good, especially it is something permanent, right? Well, it's not that permanent anymore with with things like Zulu running around, but after Zulu meta, this skill can be pretty OP because it can help all your allies on not receiving debuff, if you know what I mean. So, now why does it only give 30% and not more? Now let's get into its second skill. So its second skill, reduce damage received from direction of the mecha. Or no, not this one. Upon receiving damage, define the damage value while increasing self-resistant, elemental damage and debuffs by 7%. Minimal 1.5 second and can activate up to 10 times per battle. Now, this is a permanent. So after you finish activating that 10 times, you will receive a 70% damage, or you'll receive a 70% debuff and elemental damage resistant, making it 100% if you combine it with your active skill. And this is the reason why it is double for Edith alone. So Edith can achieve 100% debuff resistant after all of her skills activated, which is pretty great into this meta. Of course, it's not 100% if you're fighting against a team with Zulong, but if the team doesn't have Zulong or doesn't have anything that that will kill the enemy's debuff resistance, having these two skills combined or maxing these two skills will be pretty important into this meta. So, hi, good afternoon, passing by saying hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Altel. Thank you. Yeah, and of course, the defying damage is also pretty good into this meta as well. So definitely a skill that you want to max along with his active skill. But active skill is also a bit iffy, which I'll get into that later. Now for his third skill, reduce damage received from the direction of the mecha and turret. Or basically, yeah, frontal damage reduction by 30%, pretty good. And can be stacked, and increase self final attack and defense by 6% every second. And stuck up to 5 times. And stack will remove when changing a target. Now, this skill is good. However, how do you say? I mean, frontal damage reduction is always good. You definitely want to pair this skill with some other frontal damage reduction skill in the game, because it's just, how do you say? It's just what's it called? It's just good skill to have, pretty much. You'll be reducing a lot of damage, which is good for both PvP and PvE. So. And now for the second part of the skill, self final damage and final defense increased by 6% every second. Now this is good. However, the biggest downside is that it will change, when it changes targets, which in a PvP setting, for example, for example, Zhen Xuan Wu, right? Zhen Shang Wu, when can already make her change target pretty often if Zhen Xuan Wu is targeting Edith. So I think this is a shame, right? I think it's a shame that when you change targets, it would the debuff will be gone. But again, it is a good skill. Final defense making this skill good in PvP, and the final attack made this skill good in PvP. But this skill pretty much will only be really, or the second part of the skill can only really be good in Apex, or not Apex, in Zenith, because you'll be changing your target much less. So your final defense will be, your final defense, so you can take advantage of the final defense, and of course final attack doesn't go over firm steel, so final attack doesn't really matter. It's also, and this skill can be good in PvE because it does gain final attack, but because we already have things like Elaine, Natsumi running around, so why have this limitation on it needs to not, first of all, it needs 5 seconds to stack up. And secondly, you need to make sure the bot doesn't spawn anything for you to change targets, so you lose your buff. So, it is also something detrimental. But if you do want to use Edith in PvE, this skill can be pretty good as well. But in PvP, the second part of this skill is kind of eh. But the first part is always good, because, final damage reduction, you cannot go wrong with that. So now for the last skill, is probably the most controversial, or the most debated skill on, most debated skill on if you should use the old skill or the new one. Now, the last skill basically is a really good support skill, increase pilot melee and defense stat by 20%, activate upon ally receiving a damage count. Edith produce a shield for the ally, meanwhile Edith's piloting unit and the ally will receive the following bonus: plus 60% defense briefly and heals 10% HP. This effect can only be triggered once every 8 seconds per every ally. Now this skill is pretty good because it is a really good support and sustainability skill for Edith and the allies. 8 damage count is very easy to come by, and of course the 8-second cooldown is also not bad for a skill that is this good. So this skill definitely definitely really good with his new skill. However, this skill wouldn't be as good in a 2v2 setting where you only have one ally. It should be pretty good in in a PvP setting, say in Apex or in 4v4, but in Zenith, or if you just want Zenith to be, or if you just want Edith to be more tankier, sometime you might want to use the older one, because if your team already have enough sustainability where providing the shield and providing that little heal really wouldn't do much, or in a case like that. But overall, I believe in EN right now, the new one is still better. So, and because of that, I do think 4 skill is one that you want to max out compared to some other skill. So, alright, so now for its skill order. So for the skill order, I'll definitely go for skill 2 first, because 2 give you skill 4 first for Ian. Yeah, this is for Ian, right? For Ian, skill 4 first, then skill 2, then skill 1, then lastly the skill 3, because I do think 100% debuff resistance is kind of important, because because it can really help you in the PvP setting, because you don't know what they'll be throwing at you. Again, it will be pretty. It can be detrimental, or it can be debatable that Zulong is running around, so you probably want to skip skill 1, because skill 1 doesn't really have that much. But Zulong will eventually be phased out of the meta, so I do think that, and even with Zulong, right, if your HP doesn't drop below 7%, you should be fine. Yeah, you should be fine. So I do think that having the 100% active skill increase should be the best. So, it's sad that we might need to skip out on the final damage reduction, but I do think compared to 100% immunity, we can skip out on the final damage reduction. And you definitely want a support skill for Ian's sustainability and stuff like that. So, for me, however, if in Zenith, because Edith is not that strong anymore, and I mainly use her in Zenith, I actually skip skill 4 because I'm using her old skill 4, because there isn't really much a time where I will need this skill to heal or shield. Therefore, I will go for 2 first, then 1, then 3, then 4. But that's only for NC, or if you want to only use her for 1v1 or 2v2s. In a 4v4 setting, you still want to max on 4, I believe. So that should be Edith explained. Again, Edith pretty broken, a pretty awesome buff, and definitely one of the best, if not the best pilot awaken at the moment. So for PvP, yeah, for PvP. And for the Edith build, I'll probably go for something like this, on a tanky pilot, because I'm using her new 4th skill, right? Well, not here, but imagine I'm using her new 4th skill, and maxing her. I'll probably use her on something like, she can get a dragon, so she can survive to buff the enemies. And because she's so tanky, she will be even more tankier on she can get a dragon. You can also use her obviously on any mecha that needs to survive. You can use her on Zhen Xuan Wu, you can use her on Himiko, you can use her on any mecha you want should be fine. And for the co-pilot skill, I will use, again, the builds will depending on your pilots, or your co-pilots. Will be depending your co-pilots and pet will depend on your builds. But for co-pilot skill, I will probably go for stillness, because because if she have stillness or she have GA29, then she pretty much have everything covered. She have 100% immunity. She also have she also cannot be knocked down, which can make her do more damage and not be CC as much. So just overall, she have everything covered. She doesn't have any weaknesses pretty much. So this is what I recommend. But again, Edith should be able to use on most mecha today. So so it's not too picky. I'm using Shinga Dragon mainly because she makes them more tankier and because she have a supportive skill that she might want to survive to use that skill. So. Alright, so let me see. For now, I use Awaken Girl on my main support for Zhonghu. Should I replace her with Edith Awaken? I wouldn't. I think that would be a waste if you use Edith on Zulong because what's the card? I think Edith might be better on because you have 100% damage or you have 100% status or debuff resistance. I would prefer to use her on a tank or on a melee unit instead of using on a support. I think she works, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it because it doesn't matter if your Zulong is being controlled, I guess. So just still use your goon on your your goonie on your Zulong should be better. So and of course Zulong you will likely want to rewind on it, and it doesn't have defense slots, so yeah, so that should be it about Edith. Yeah, always welcome, yeah, thank you so much for asking. So that should be it about Edith Awaken. Again, if you're watching this later, I'll times everything down, and if I miss anything, I'll also be commenting down as well. But yeah, I think that's it about Edith. Not much to say about Edith. Afterwards, just a pretty top tier pilot, even in EN today. So yeah, pretty great. And for those who might be here again, yeah, this is the Zulong build that we'll go for. So alright, is there anything else I haven't talked about? I guess just some history about Edith and Khaz, right? So Ian is very different. Yeah, Ian is very different, or Ian have a very different meta compared to NC and JP. When Edith came out, it was when Himiko was running around, crazily, right? So Edith was mostly put on Himiko, and in Ian, I don't know who Edith will be the best on because it's Ian, right? Ian, I think Edith can be on anything right now. So, and for Khaz was really strong at Horace-Wagner meta. Horace-Wagner back then, Ian, I don't know what is going on at the time, but yeah, Horace-Wagner, yeah, Khaz was the go-to pilot for Horace-Wagner because he can just force uses X ult. He was also pretty good on Green Zero for a while. However, after after Divine Empress Awakening came out, there isn't really a place for Khaz anymore. So yeah, sadly Khaz kind of just got out of the meta. Even Edith has some sort of use today because Edith have the shield that can prevent people from being burst to death by the enemy's range units. So, but aside from that, Edith is still a pretty solid pilot in NC today. Don't get me wrong, but not many pilots can really topple Pythia, Matilda, Byron, and Melulu Awaken. So yeah. Alright, so that should be it. Again, if I miss anything, I will comment down in the description. And if you ever want to, revisit this stream, just on the timestamp is always in the comments and in the description. And what else? What was I gonna say? And what the heck? Hold on, my brain is not working. And what's it called? And oh, and of course, please consider sharing, liking, and subscribing, and share this stream to people who might be interested or who might need help on Zhen Xuan Wu, on Edith, and on Khaz. So yeah, I will use this time to do some NC PvP. and also roll some units. So just if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll answer them as soon as possible. So, or I'll answer them ASAP. And of course, if you miss this stream and you want to ask any more questions, or if you couldn't remember the questions, just know all the links on our Discord and everything is in the comments below. So feel free to join and ask me the question there if you want. So, alright, so let's roll some things. I don't know what to roll actually. Let me see. I'm gonna roll for Messiah, or maybe save for the thing. I'll take a roll on Jesus Christ. I'll take a roll on Diao Chan and see if I can get one. Alright, let's see. Diao Chan. How many people still here? 10 people. Life sucks. Life sucks. Oof. Should we do it again? Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm doing get one today. Or maybe I can just oof. That's not the right one. Wow, I got them back to back. Oh my god. 3 SSs back to back. 4 SSs back to back. What the heck is going on? 4 SSs. I mean, they're not the one that I need, right? But still, what the heck was what was that? I don't think I want to spend more on Diao-chan because Diao-chan not too fancy on Diao-chan. Or am I? Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I kind of want to roll for it. Yeah, kind of want to. Because Diao-chan is pretty cool. I do love her art, so. Because I'll give her to 7-star, so I'm gonna buy the BP. So as long as I get 1 copy from the rules, it should be fine. Hopefully, at least. Da 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 da. Oof. My luck is gone. My luck. Okay, and again, if anyone can help me like my posts or leave me comment on Zhen Xuan on Edith, it will really help as well because I'm being bombarded by dislikes by one person for some reason. Or by one person with a lot of odds. With a lot of alt. So, yeah. Kami. How far am I away from pity, I wonder? Whatever. I already in deep, so I'm just gonna use them all then. Diao-chan. I think I'm gonna hit pity. Yeah, I might hit pity with Diao-chan, I think. Oofies. Oh god, I'm maxed out on even SSS. What? Alright. One more. Diao-chan, let's go. Oofies. Come on. Diao-chan, no. Diao-chan doesn't want to come home. How many rolls was that? That was 40 plus 40, 50, 60. That was 60 rolls. Yeah, 60 rolls. Let me see if I can get some things. I don't think so. I guess I'll just use gems then. Oh, I got another like. Thank you so much. 19 likes. The 70 roll. Yeah, 70th roll. Okay, so 70th roll got 1. 70 roll got 1. That's like 20 away from pity. How sad. At least I got 1 though. Yeah, at least I got 1, so that's fine. I'm gonna redeem Edith. Wait, I'm gonna redeem Lilith real quick. Because I need to complete my Lilith roll. Alright, great. Edit, Lilith. So I haven't played around with my PvP team recently yet, so I've been streaming for 1 hour. I'll probably stop around 101 or like 1 hour and 10 minutes or something. Actually, hold on. You know what? I'm probably gonna call it now because I don't want the stream to be too long, right? Because if the stream is too long, I think it'll make people watch it less. Therefore, I'm gonna keep it short so people can so it'll also be easier for me to do the thing. Oh, also one last thing about Shun was that in the team, right? Then the team, just use what's it called? My team should be fine, but just know that not this one. The one I want to talk about is that it's pretty stacked. I mean, if I want to reset pity, I'll keep having pity. Don't worry. The pity carries over between banners. So yeah. So basically, if you have 20 rolls on this banner, then on your other So basically, if you have 30 rolls on one banner, right? Then you will have once the banner changes, your banner will still be there. Your pity will still be there on the banner. So I think that's how it works. And you will just need to do like 60 more rolls or something to get a pity. So alright, so here is the so here's the thing. So there's this kind of boss, right? Wait, not that. So for the new event, there is this kind of boss, and what I want, okay. So what I need to inform you guys is that use my team by scrolling down to here. Okay, never mind. Okay, so just know that a lot of team here can be PvP team. So it might be better to use your PvE to use your own team if you preferably. So just a heads up here. I'll try to stay up at midnight to change my team before anything happens. So just a heads up, right? Just a heads up in case those who don't know. So alright, well, I don't think I have much things to do anymore. I'll just keep this, I'll keep this stream short. This might be, actually, you know what, hold on. I'm also just do PvP. I already went over 1 hour, so again, I'm doing PvP so I can prove a point that I am good in this game, I guess, kind of, sort of. Oh, actually, I just want to see if this team works too, so. Alright, let's see if my new team works. Let's see what they're using. god, what kind of battle is going on now? I wonder. So let me also, what the hell? Oh, there you go. What is going on? My game is 1-1. I wonder who's winning more. Like Horus seems like they're using. Wonder if like Horus is better. Yeah. Oh ho ho. Not looking too well. Not looking too well. Alright, let me surrender. Let's see how far we can go forward today. This new team, I'm just doing Kane. Oh wow, I killed him pretty fast. Or whichever unit that killed him did. Man, the freaking Nozcon is so annoying. It's so annoying. The enemies, oh my god! The what's it called? My Messiah was just spinning. Oh, thank you. I got some heart. Thank you so much. Thank you, whoever did that. Thank you. Also, who are surviving that so well? But I love that Messiah is spinning because of the spin. Oh, thank you for heart again. Oh wow, Messiah didn't do much damage for some reason. Did I build it wrong or something? Oh, hold on. I probably need to do some armor upgrading first. Preferably, hopefully. Oh my god, they're using Dream Guardian. I'm surprised I didn't die. Oh god, they're using Diao-chan. Oh, but I'm winning though. Man, Messiah's snipe is so satisfying. Oh my god, the game is laggy. Or not. Well, not my game, but when it's mirroring into the the thing, it is laggy. Oh wow. Awesome! Wow, the Dante! Dante! Alright, hold on, let me do that real quick, because I need to do this. Yeah, I need to do armor. But first of all, let me return the one that I already had. Why can't I find a... Because I don't want to be, I guess, Is it good make team with related time stops and Zhen Xuan will make Netherlands into Gummy? No, time stop team rarely works. You need to find someone who doesn't know what they're doing, basically. So it only works in EN, but outside of EN, it will not work against majority of the people. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest trying it because that's no, yeah. It's not worth it because I mean it can be for fun. However, yeah, only for fun. Yeah, only for fun. Oh, I got so many of the things. Alright, so now let's increase the one that I am using. So probably yeah. Dante obviously max right away. Oh my god. How much does it need? How much ammo does it need? How much gold does it need? Awesome, level 20 armor. Do I need it on range? Now I'm kinda scared. Should go max as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the 4 that I'm using right now as. Oh, I see. Plus 20 on all 4 that I'm using at the moment. No, I already done it. Who else was I using? Oh, Albin, that's right. I didn't know why I returned this guy. Alright, I'll probably go like horse because I have my team in 6v6 that does it. So. I'll always save them for Apex or something, but for now I'm using these because these are the 4 that I'm using right now. So if anyone have any suggestions on how I should, if there's anything wrong with my build, definitely tell me so I can change them before anything. I don't think rewind is necessary. Yeah, why am I using rewind on this guy? Or yeah, why am I using rewind on her? Hold on. Who should I be using? You have no support, right? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot what I should. Yeah, I forgot what I should supposed to be using on him or on her. So I don't know if this is the best. Like, maybe I should put on this one. I don't know. I don't know. What should I do? Where should I go? Probably something. Yeah, probably something defensive. Nah, I don't know. What is the... Okay, yeah. I mean, obviously, either shell. There's no other shell that... I don't know! Oh no. I don't know how to build this... It's mainly, it's mainly Pythia's, Yeah, it's mainly Pythia's. But which one skill? Oh, these two. The, Khaz and Kimuli. So that one I showed, and also her, yeah. The 2 from Abyss. So. Actually, do people even, yeah, I don't know. Because it had built-in rewind. No, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Is there anyone that can help teammates? That's what I really want. Something that helps teammates. Something that helps teammates. Because that's my job essentially here. But I wish Pythia's Copac skills is a little bit better. That would have been so good. But it would be too OP though, I think, yeah. Imagine Pythia has support, that would just be not okay. That would be not okay for sure. Yes, but don't worry, just know, just rewind a little bit and you should be able to find it. But just know, Edith is pretty universal, and you can put Edith on pretty much most mecha, preferably, or even for now, preferably, a tank, because it has 100% immunity, and plus you want it to survive with its, or with her fourth skill. But it doesn't stop you from putting her on a glass cannon if you were to be using her old fourth skill. So yeah. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Edith is pretty straightforward. It's easy to pair. I think just don't put her on a range. It should be fine. Yeah. I think at least. Of course, a lot of these needs, needs you guys' need you guys' own, I guess, need you guys' own testings basically. But for now, I would say it is that. You know what? I'm putting on Ashima's special. Why not? It's focus fire. I don't know what to do, so. Cause yeah, I don't think I need rewind on thing if I remember correctly. So. Oh god, they have a burst team in. This is the time where I wish I got Diao-chan, because Diao-chan is anti-burst with his immune, with his anti-firm steel, with his anti-firm steel, damage return, so. Actually, wait, hold on. I just realized, Focus Fire might not be the best, because now there's, because now there's Lilith. That might not have been a good idea, yeah. I'm gonna try again though, yeah. I'm gonna try again. Might not have been the best idea. Because, if Ashima targeted Lilith, then I think I'm dead. Oh wow, she's using Edith on the thing. Interesting. Someone's still using King. That's surprising. King, man, I don't know. King is something else. I feel like I probably shouldn't be using Elba, what is my lowest HP unit? Let me double check. Okay, so 9,000. I wanted to do with the thing. Okay, awesome. Good. That's really nice. How about yeah, don't worry. Just rewind, and you can and yeah, and you got it. Oh, okay, yeah. Hold on, yeah. She'll be taking the. she will be taking the thing which Alba doesn't. I need Alba for the thing though. You know what? I'm using at. Yeah, I'm gonna use at. Yeah. Alba. Oh, hold on, Alba. Yeah, I don't think my team needs Alba necessarily. I guess I can go back to at. Wow, at is still relevant. At. I don't even know what. I don't even know. I forgot how to build at already too. Hold on. I do get CC as well, so you know what? Yeah, fine. Yeah, at it is. Because Alba doesn't do anything for my team, so Alba does not do crap for my team. Who would have thought? Ad is still relevant in NC. Even though I don't think I have saw a single ad being used at the moment. So, but hold on. So, where's the shield pack? I already forgot what. I think it's this one, right? I think. If I remember correctly. Oh, hold on. I do need anti-knockdown, yeah. And then because of that, I probably need. Lilith, Messiah. I'm gonna take Messiah off. And then Messiah on it. Yeah, there you go. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. Let me switch plan real quick. Let me just edit. Edit with stillness. Alright, let's see. I think this should be fine. Hopefully. Alright, let's see how far we can go today. Oh my god! Wait, three people was targeting my thing. What are okay. Is ad working better? Ad seems to be CCing the enemy pretty well. Winter Shield is starting to be seen more and more what's it called? Starting to feel more and more tough to deal with. Where's my Lilith? Come on. Snipe. Snipe. Snipe them all. Can't believe we're gonna be using a. Can't believe there's a time that we're using a two tank or two range now. 69. All right, I'm gonna hold 69. I'm gonna see if I can hold 69 as well in 6v6. So. And what's got no worries. Everything I talk about will be timestamped, so don't worry. Yeah. Asia. After the stream, at least. I don't know this. Oh. I'm using 3 range in 6v6 because I don't know why. I don't know why. Probably a terrible idea. Oh, he's using Shingen the Dragon. Blah. Come on, fight me, fight me, fight me. Man, Lilith is so good. Like the enemy just starts spinning every time. I wonder if the entire ad clone will start spinning or not. Alright, 69. Let's see if we can take 69. Is it the same guy as 69? Oh my god, I already died. And that's my okay, they're like choruses. Oh my god. They're like chorus. Uh-oh. Now it's, I think, 2 range? I don't know what I have. Because now I know I'm using, well, V3. I'm using DG. Is my range, is all my range dead? Yeah, it's probably dead. Alright, let me try it. I want the 69 spot. What unit, what killed me so fast last time I won? RNG or? Yeah, who died so fast? I wonder. Hopefully it's not Dante. Dante shouldn't be dying this fast in my opinion. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how to build Dante properly yet, so. No. Alright, yeah, let me see what is going on. Alright, hold on. Let me see what's happening. Alright, so I don't think that I don't think it's my Dante, I don't think. Let's see, hold on. Let me max my at as well in the thing. Alright, armor at max. Good. Let's see if we can hold 69. The battle of the 69. I need 69. Come on, 69. Once I can get 69, I'll call it a day. That's all I care. This guy probably seeing me just spamming him because I just need 69 so badly. Come on. No. Should I? Well, should I have my like horse out as well? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, my Dante is still existing. Yeah, so let me see what happened. Oops. Wrong team! Well, I'm gonna get vaporized. Yep. 69. Give me 69. They're like chorus. 1-0. Oh, they're using Trista on the thing. Okay. Holy crap! I think he just bursted. I wish I had Diao Chan. Like Diao Chan can really screw with bursting, but since I got it though, seems like awesome. 69, double 69. Let's go. Who's their team left? Awesome, good. 6-0. Let's see how we do. Obviously Dante. How are they doing? Oh, okay. Alright, 69, double 69, let's go! Double 69! Alright, let's even go higher on the thing. I'll just use up the 3 tries and then just call it a day. So, any more questions? No more questions, I will just end soon, so. Guys, it's just shooting at each other. Messiah shooting at each other. Thank you, likes. Thank y'all so much. 01. Yeah, I think I'm dead. I don't think I can call it. GG. Using Dream Guardian, huh? Attack! What a name. Come on, man. Come on, man. Awesome. Attack. What a name. Alright, last hits. Winfried. 54, I think. Oh my god. They're using Khaz's skill. And they're also using Diao Chan. Don't know how this will go. Oh no! I'm put on layered. Oh, never mind. It seems like I'm winning. Maybe I should use like Horus on my team too. Like now my main PvP team. That's much better. Oh yeah, I think I'm dead. Alright, well, thank y'all so much for being here today. Again, please help me, what's it called, deal with this. Yeah, please consider. And yeah, goodbye.